Hey everybody, this is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. Wanted to show a little video of some pickups I've made as well as some customs I just finished. I wrapped up this project about 2 last night, so I'm running on not very much sleep, but I wanted to throw up a video to basically complement the blog posting I made also. I'll start off with some of the pickups I've made. So this is a 2016 Triple Threads, number to 50. This is the Jersey Auto version. Triple Threads has basically two of these types throughout the rainbow. So they've got the Jersey Auto and they've got the Bad Auto. Until you hit the number to 10s, and this is one that I picked up. It took probably about 3 weeks to get here, I think, from Taiwan actually. And so this is a little bit more unique of a card than I've seen in the past. So, and I'll talk to you about this a little bit. You see right here, there's some stitching. So this is actually where the Velcro was on the inside, right in the middle of the jersey on the underside. There will be some Velcro that helps the jersey stick together whenever it's being worn. So that's what this is from. And so I don't really have anything like that in my collection. So it's not a huge deal or anything like that, but it is kind of neat to have something. The one thing that I didn't like about it is that the patch part, and I wish I had a picture to show you, but it was barely showing. So what I did was I took a heat gun and just lightly heated up the back of the card so that way the glue loosens up a bit. And you can do this sometimes also. You just got to be very careful. I'll take it out here just so you can see a little better. Anyways, I was able to pull it up just a little bit here. So that way the patch part almost hits the halfway spot of the card. And I like this a lot better because more of the patch is showing. I care most about the patch, not necessarily about this. I just think it's kind of a cool, different thing that they've done. And that's why I like about my collection is the variety. So if you do that, and I also did this with there's a Triple Threads box loader number to 5 where they had the autograph and a little patch, and the patch was, the box loader's awesome. I love those box loaders, right? But the patch just didn't have a whole lot of it showing. So I took a heat gun to that also, and I pulled it up a little bit, and there was a lot of patch underneath that was hidden by the cover of the card. So I took a gamble. I tried it with this also, and thankfully enough, there was a little bit. There wasn't too much, but it was enough to make it look a little bit better. So I like that. And last but not least, of course, Topps Archives. So this is a 2016 Topps Archives Signature Series. I've got the 2015 version. I decided to pick up the Junk Wax era version of these because they're quite a bit cheaper than the other mega low number ones that are of other years. Even if they had, excuse me, a version in 2015, because at first I just wanted to stay completely away from any 2016 Archive Signature Series cards. Then I wanted to just stay away from the ones that were released also in 2015. And so now I'm starting to say, well, if they have some that are from the years I grew up, I wouldn't mind adding another one to my, I guess you could call it rainbow or something. So this is a 91 Topps All-Star. I've got so many different variations of this. That's one of the things I like about it also. I have last year's, obviously. I have the regular, the O-Pee-Chee, the Glowback, the non-Glowback, the Tiffany. There's just so many of them. And so I enjoy adding to that. I guess you could call it rainbow. So going forward, I'm going to go ahead and show the customs I've made here. I'm going to talk a little bit about them first. So the first one, first of all, before I even say that, I've been on kind of this kick to do two things with some customs. Number one, I wanted to have some of them, give some of them a more artistic feel, like an artsy, I don't know, I can't think of, less trading card, more art, kind of a painting kind of thing. I also wanted to do some sort of like a crossover where some of the card designs from basketball and football, they're really cool, and but they didn't have them in baseball. So like for instance, I won't say that yet. I'll show you first what I'm talking about. So I started off with this card here, and I'm sure you've seen this because there's probably a couple million of them around. This is a 1989 score. So I remember in 1989, my dad took me to the baseball card shop. and I had my heart set on a 1989 Topps Jose Canseco. It was an iconic card. It was awesome. You know, he's just like sitting there with his bat, and he's just looking out into the future thinking, man, you know, this guy's going to hit like 800 home runs, right? Unfortunately, the baseball card dealer said that he didn't have any. And I was like, why? You know, so I felt like my life as a 9-year-old was going to stop right there. But he did have a 1989 score. And I just remember kept saying, but I wanted the 1989 Topps one. And so I got on my dad's nerves. And he's like, well, you know, you can't have that one because he doesn't have it. So it's either the 89 score or nothing. He was like, oh, okay. So I picked up the 89 score. And, you know, gosh, I love this card. I mean, there's nothing to hate about it, aside from the fact that there's millions of others out there. But it's such a cool card. It's a very nice looking design and pose and everything. So I like that a lot. So my first custom was based upon the 89 score. And I'm going to take this out of the holder. I probably should have done this before I was on camera. But this I did a couple things with this. So first of all, here it is. So it looks like more like a painting, right? Well, I want to show you something also. This is actually done on canvas. So if I can get the light right. You see that? And in person, in hand, it feels awesome. It looks awesome. It's a very, very, very cool card. I like how that turned out. So here's the two together. Oh yeah, that's good. That I think that's probably a good view of it there. So you see just a little bit of the canvas fraying there. I can take care of that later, but anyway, so there that is. So I really like how that turned out. I'm in love with using this this type of medium here. So that accomplished two things. Number one, it looks like it's a painting, and number two, it's, you know, actually on canvas. So I think which one I should do next. Let me do this. Yeah, I'll do this. So Canseco's rookie year, of course, was 1986. So for baseball, he had there's Topps, Fleer, and Donruss. Well, in football, they just had Topps, if I recall correctly. And let's face it, let's be honest, guys. The 1986 Topps football design is like about 100 times better than the 86 Topps baseball design. I mean, you know, think of all the iconic cards in the football set also, you know, I mean, and so it was a great set, great design. It was colorful compared to the blah 86 Topps regular baseball. So here this is. This is a 86 Topps football design of Canseco. And so I used an earlier picture, and again, it's got kind of like an artsy feel to it because it's not just a straight up photo. And I did that before. I actually have a version of this with a regular photo. And it's just kind of boring. You know, so I wanted to do something, you know, special with it and amp it up. So this is kind of the same thing. This is on canvas as well. And let me see if I can. It's important that you see the, you know, just the surface of this, because it turned out great. And I wish I could get the lighting on this right here. See if I can get lighting, and camera guy I am not, but so anyways, well that's this. So that's the second one. And the last one is a very iconic set. It is 1986 Fleer basketball. So everybody knows 86 Fleer basketball because of the Jordan. So again, I did a regular picture on that, but it was just really boring. So I wanted to do something a little different. So this is a different, you know, obviously a different type of picture. It looks more artsy instead of Jose admiring a home run of his. So again, canvas. So I'll try to show this here. And yeah, I mean, it came out great. It's let me go ahead and show all these three together, I really like these. There are some others that I've done. Actually, let me pause this. I want to show you a few others here. All right, I've got some other versions I did. I wouldn't call them necessarily mess ups, but you know, I'm particular in what I want to display in my collection as opposed to just kind of, they're not necessarily like throwaways or anything like that, but if I'm not really too terribly interested in them, so they will go in the closet and, you know, just kind of in the, I don't even know what to call it, you know, the, yeah, kind of like the mess ups, I guess, the ones that didn't quite make the cut, I guess. So I'll show you a few of them. So for A6 Fleer, I did a few versions here. So I tried really hard to do the A's version, like an early picture, just because that's his rookie year. But I tried this at first, if you see this, and it turned out really good. It's a Rangers card, and so it doesn't really make sense necessarily. I mean, look, it's on a basketball card anyway, so it probably doesn't make sense as it is, and so it doesn't really matter. But the colors are perfect with it. I mean, I wish it would show better on camera than it does. But anyways, it matches. It goes well together. But I wanted to do one version of it for my collection instead of like, I don't know, 50 different, you know, Fleer basketball art A's cards or something like that. I didn't think I really wanted to do that. So here's a couple other versions of the A6 Fleer with the same picture. And so this is, let's see, which is it? Okay, so this is the regular picture that I use. So you see that? And this is the more art version. Now I like this also. This is actually a close second to me wanting to add this one to my collection. So you see the difference on all of them. They're all really kind of neat, but I did want a little bit more variety of it. So that's why I ultimately chose this one here. But anyway, so there's the three that I did. I mean, this isn't something that I'm making a bunch and sending them out to people and anything like that. This is strictly for my collection. I just so this one will probably be the one that I show on my website in my collection at CansecoCollector.com. And these two, I don't know, I'm not going to throw them out or anything like that. I'll hang on to them. They really came out neat. I really do like those. So there was also, yes, here you go. This is the A6 football with the regular picture. So, and again, it's a cool card. It's just, you take a look at it versus the art looking one. And I might be alone in this, you know, in saying that I like this one better, because maybe everybody else does like this. It might just be the kick I'm on. Sometimes I do that where I get into these fits of really, really, really liking one thing or being overly obsessed of one type of design or something, just sticking with it, you know. So that's kind of where I might be with this. But for me personally, this is the winner for my collection. I enjoy that a lot, and like I said, I love the A6 Topps football design. A few, we'll call these next two outtakes, I guess. But I mean, they still turned out pretty darn cool. This is a 1963 Fleer design. Again, this is on canvas as well, and it looks very wispy and kind of, my wife said it looks kind of girly, and I can understand that, just the colors and everything, but the picture, the art on the picture matched the design so well, I had to try it. And so here's the back. I haven't shown the back before because some of them I put like more of a cardboard back on it to give it a more stiff feel. But so this is one that doesn't have the backing, which doesn't matter because you can't see it anyways. Oh well, anyways, you can really tell all the grains and fibers in it there and everything in person. I wish you could tell on camera. But last but not least, this is I believe it's 89-90 Fleer basketball. And so this is what I came up with. and I think that came out pretty cool. It's a neat design. The picture, it's kind of, I mean, he looks like he's part of the mafia, as far as the picture goes and everything. But I thought it was kind of a cool little art card as well. And again, like I said, this whole project all on canvas. So this was kind of the same thing there. So and that really is all there is to show you for now. I'll show up the 3 winners before I go off camera here. Here they are again. So these are cards that whenever I do a project and I really like them, I display them on my desk here until the next project or the next cool card comes. Which, by the way, I've got a pretty cool card coming in for my collection. I'm pretty excited about it. So anyway, all right, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Feel free to give me a shout out by emailing me, tanmanbaseballfan@gmail.com, or Twitter @tanmanbbfan. You can also check out my website at tanmanbaseballfan.com, or on YouTube, youtube.com/tanmanbaseballfan. Thanks. I hope you all have a great day.